She is a certified sexologist, dating coach, and relationship expert. She has more than 35 million views on YouTube, and her new book, The Game of Desire, is out now. Welcome, Shan Boodram, to DBL.
Yes.
Okay, so we want your take on a survey. We're so happy that you're here. It says that 60% of single women over 50 say they're happy not being in a relationship. So you've worked with clients of all ages. What do you make of this?
You know, Emma Watson was recently saying that she's self-partnered, that she's not single, she's self-partnered. So I think there's actually people who are out there who are finding fulfillment in other forms of intimacy, other forms of connection that aren't necessarily romantic. So I think there is truth to that. And even if there's not truth, if you are single, you better be happy. You better find your joy and claim it. So true or not, I'm happy people are actually saying it's okay, it's just me, and I'm happy to be just me.
Nice. What's the biggest difference between dating in your 20s and 30s rather than your 40s and 50s?
Less securely attached partners, so there's more anxious attached or fearful avoidant. Securely attached partners are people who are pretty generally trusting, level-headed, and so as you get older, the pool of people who are great candidates for long-term partnership does tend to shorten. But now that, of course, a lot of people are re-entering the dating scene, you have silver seekers, so you do have people who are good partners who are looking for love again.
It's a silver seeker.
I was about to say, I like that.
Some people with gray hair, like Jeff?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, like a fetish.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a community, it's a movement, an uprising of people who are getting out of long-term marriages and saying, you know what, I'm going to go in again. Like, gone are the days of I got married once, I'm going to give up on love. I'm going to try again and get on these dating apps
And it
see
just
what's
means
up.
older people, not fetishes.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah.
Although,
I know.
who could deny how sexy it is?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Who could deny?
I'm liking this segment.
All right, now there has to be one question that you get more than any question from everybody. Well said, Al. What's the number one question you get from the people seeking advice?
Do you know what? I truly wish it was like that. I think things have changed because of the internet. You know, back in the day, I'm sure, even 13 years ago when I began, it was all very singular questions about orgasm or about pleasure, but now you can Google those. So all my questions are paragraphs long. Wow. And they're just really about, you know, how do I improve on this connection that I have?
That was important. You should ask that question again.
Well, I was just kidding. I was going to ask it again just for editing.
All right, let's see.
Why do you think people,
live show.
including myself, why do you think people get so giddy when they talk about sex? Is it stigmatized still? Are we a puritanical culture here in America? What is it?
And is it changing with generations?
I think so. I mean, it's just about how often you do something. The more you do it, the more comfortable it is to you. My filter's broken.
Yes.
The conversations I have at brunch are not appropriate.
Oh,
and I forget
God.
sometimes that people are around me. So it's just it's a culture of communication. And maybe it makes you giddy because it brings you joy and you remember last night and you're like, that was fun. So you start laughing. So I'll go with that.
All right.
You got pregnant somehow, right?
Yeah. So what about pregnancy sex?
Pregnancy sex? Well, you tell me about it. I would love to.
Oh no, don't put me on the hot seat. Please don't. But if there's any mamas out there that want to learn about pregnancy sex, can you talk to them?
Well, I've heard that.
I'm asking for
And by them, I mean me.
I've heard the first trimester is really difficult because of all the different changes, and of course, you just don't feel your best. But by third trimester, you're feeling extra energized. You got lots of lubrication down there, so there's lots of fun things you can do. And maybe as like the last few weeks, you kind of just want to be left alone. So go with your own ebb and flow. Okay. But if you're flowing, ebb along.
There we go. I like that.
There you go, mamas.